Who can make your fear rise when he's after you? Who covers the streets in your blood and the hive beers or two? Candyman. Oh, the Candyman can. Definitely not a conventional arrangement of that song, but since I've got another new mask, lots of new headphones in here, I thought I would give you just like a simple movie trailer reveal before go see Black Widow tomorrow afternoon. And I misspoke and said it was being the evening. But 3 releases are coming later this year, 2 of which never going to be seen theatrically. And one I'm not so sure about I'm going to be keeping an eye on. So okay, first up, as you can tell by my little song is Candyman, which is the latest film in the series, which is going to be produced by Jordan Peele, first off the successes of Get Out and Us. It's also being directed by Nia DaCosta, which, on top of featuring up-and-coming actors such as Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, this also sees Tony Todd reprises his title from the original film, which was not a huge hit when it was released aged 1992, Hey There I Was Born. It managed to find its audience home video and actually got 2 sequels and a significant cult following in the process as DTV films, so I guess it's, given how it's almost as old as I am, it's the right time to bring it back. Looks as freaky as ever. I'd definitely be interested to see how this plays out, and even though I'm not going to be rushing out to see this one, I'd be going to be keeping an eye on it. Especially given the person in the original, some of those scenes with the bees in the original movie, yeah, those weren't fake, and neither was the cast sphere, because some of them were indeed allergic to bees, as in to the point where at best they're going to need some Benadryl, and at worst it could be lethal. So let's keep going. Okay, Halloween Kills, which is coming out October 15th. And much like Candyman's reboot or sequel, as I mentioned, it was going to come out last year before everything happened, and a lot of it was a lot spookier than A Man in a Mask with an appetite for murder. But this is one of the ones that is still keeping the canon of the first couple movies, and incidentally, thanks to this the delay, it actually is going to be 40th anniversary of the first sequel in 1981. And again, this is continuing the trend set by the previous one from 2018, which I rather enjoy, by the way. I definitely think my favorite interesting series can work when they're at the most simple. I don't think we need to know if Michael was the child of hill folk or involved with some Irish cult. All you need to have a compelling threat is just make him a man, pure and simply evil. And it's definitely clear that with the character of Dr. Loomis being written out, with Donald Pleasance's passing, and that it makes sense to have Jamie Lee Curtis's character, Laurie, become the nemesis, being 2 sides of the same coin, and it's going to be a second part of the trilogy with Halloween Ends instead of being bumped to next year, as well as keeping both Blumhouse as produced, as well as David Gordon Green, who normally done comedic for Pineapple Express before this, but still managed to make the less is more, because it helps the producers that love him or hate him is good at making a lot out of a little. And given the director, also of course includes some dark comedy elements in there as well. Very dark comedy, and yes, much like how I did H2O last year, here I'm also going to be doing the 1981 sequel before I go see this one. That was a plan last year, as I pointed out before everything happened at once. Yeah. And also my belated thoughts on the second trailer for Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings coming September 3rd, which is going to be their first film with an all Asian American main cast, basically with the same name, and I now that I've seen more of it, it's not quite the McLuhan rings like I was wondering, but it is definitely another group of rings that are going to be just as powerful, and they've been alluding to this ever since first Iron Man in a way, given that group that was fighting Gomira, uh, including one of the ones that was Tom Morello, Rage the Machine, their guitarist, man, and even though I'm unfamiliar with Simu Liu's other films, I'm definitely be wanting to see this one. And again, I haven't read the comic, but the concept definitely has me intrigued. He does just at its core, as like a martial arts film with some fantasy elements to it. It's already got my money. I mean, either way, I don't know about doing Black Panther or even Captain Marvel a little bit for that matter, but I'm definitely gonna be deliberately lowballing my expectations. I'm at least expecting something like in the vein of the Ant-Man movies, Doctor Strange, how it might do. Which, but of course, I'm always open to seeing someone fight the Abomination, who is back after being absent since the Incredible Hulk in a way, which I actually rather liked. Which basically was a modern version of the classic TV show Live Forever and Bill Bixby. Eh, and I also totally called it with how they're handling the Mandarin in this continuity, where they made that title in one person. It isn't really lazy, guys. That's not how the concept of legacy character typically works. And it's why you can have the name, but also do something different with that title. It's why Kelly's Robin, as well as Tim Drake's, distinctly different from Richard Greason's. That kind of thing. But all things considered, I'm glad that I'm definitely going to be able to start seeing these again, and going to be getting 4 of them this year. As well as all these TV series, like the What If ones dropped their trailer. Like after that dry spell last year, here, and the prospect of integrating the Fantastic Four and X-Men in this universe intrigues me. I don't know what to make of that post that Jack mentioned on his Instagram with Kevin Feige, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. So that'll be all for now. I will see you tomorrow for my spoiler review of Black Widow. Later.